program is a special presentation from Home Box Office.
Let's hear it for Sandro. His father's from the old country, so he pronounced it Sandro. Bunch of people are going, oh shit, right? I've been thinking a lot about the world that we're living in. Climate crisis. And there's people out there that are doing something about it right now. There's wildfires up in Oregon. And there's firefighters up there risking their lives so we can live ours. This is for them. Breathe. Thank you. I was genuinely warm and supportive, and now I feel bad for taking the next 5 minutes of your lives away from you. I'm like a time vampire. I suck time. It's gonna feel like an hour for you, but it's really just 5 minutes. So in fact, I'm giving you back 55 minutes of your life. You're welcome. What if you had a watch that told perceived time rather than actual time? Like you're watching Dances with Wolves and you're like in the first act and you look at your watch and it's 3 days later. You could live forever, but you'd just be really bored all the time. When someone starts a sentence with, at the risk of sounding pedantic, that's like the nerd equivalent of I'm not racist, but. Yes, you are. And if you say either of those sentences to me, I'm going to assume you're both of those things. So COVID's over. I mean, it's not over. It's still out there. It's in here. He hasn't. But we've just decided to treat it like we do those people that collect signatures for like Greenpeace. You just kind of look away and hopefully it comes in contact with somebody else first. One good thing that came out of COVID was that us Jews aren't going to bother hijacking the plane only to crash it into an empty office building. If some crazy person, sorry, we can't say crazy, some man, because that's what it would be, some man with an agenda, stole a plane, crashed it into Salesforce Tower in the middle of the work week, and the whole thing imploded and came crashing down, he would literally be the only person killed. And we erect a big fucking statue in his honor for fixing the fucking sky. So I was in New York recently, where my dad is from, we drove out to Queens. There's a Queens Museum out in Flushing Meadows. Have you seen it? There's an exhibit there you have to see. It's just divine. I'm gonna let that one sink in for all the John Waters fans. My sister said that was gonna fall in. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. I don't know how to use metaphorical idioms. or the enigmatic metaphors. If you have an opinion about that, then you know what a hypothetical question is. So I have Parkinson's. Anybody else here have it? No, just me, I'm the lucky one? When people find out, invariably they ask, like Michael J. Fox? Yes, like Michael J. Fox. He's a great actor. He's done tons for the Parkinson's community. He started a foundation. He's testified before Congress. He's raised millions of dollars for research to hopefully cure this fucking disease. And he's a fucking overachiever. And he makes the rest of us look like shit. Seriously, because he raised the bar of what people can do with that disease, and now we're all judged against it. I'm not even, like, I get shit done, but, like, I'm not testifying before Congress. America, with their overachievers, it's just like everything's held to too high a standard. We need to celebrate mediocrity a little bit more. Woo! Yeah, don't you think? I mean, it's way more inclusive. Can I get an affinity group for mediocrity? Yeah! Half of you guys can join. There's a bunch of fun symptoms and side effects that come along with PD meds, like brain fog. Sometimes you just freeze in the middle of doing something and you just can't move. Your memory, my recall. So if you're judging me for reading this shit off my phone, you're the asshole and I hope you feel like shit. There's a couple other side effects. Impulsivity and insomnia. That's a great combination. What could go wrong with that? I have a friend that was on the same meds, and he became a full-on sex addict and drug addict on these meds. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. I was telling my friend, if I show up at your house at 3 a.m. when I say, let's go to Tijuana, you need to be supportive of my treatment. I was ready to live my best life, but I didn't get any of the fun side effects. I still have insomnia and impulsivity, but instead of manifesting in some drug-addled delirium like I'm Hunter S. Thompson, I compulsively clean. Nobody cares if you're a compulsive cleaner. My wife doesn't say, you need to talk to your doctor, the house is too clean. That wasn't a freeze, I just had to talk down an erection. So my parents are still alive. A few years ago they downsized and got rid of a ton of shit, which was a huge gift to me. But now that they've got rid of so much shit, I think they feel bad that I'm not going to have enough shit of my own. So they go and get shit and then bring that shit over to my house directly, skipping the middleman. They're not dry aging it at their place or anything. That should be a no. You need to marinate in your own shit. And, you know, before you give it to other people, you gotta live with it, pay your dues with it, start resenting it, till you can't bear the sight of it anymore, but you grow too attached to it, so you don't want to just kick it to the curb, so you give it to somebody you know so you can have visitation rights, and yeah, I'm talking about a cheese plane. If you're counting, I just said shit like at least 6 times, but that's all this is. It's just shit. I don't know where it comes from, and I shudder to think where it all goes. But I'm a nihilist, so in the end, nothing really matters. So that's about my set. I just want to say there's something that comedians say at the end of every set, which is to tip your servers. I don't know why comics say that. Do they just assume that because nobody laughed at their jokes, the audience must be from another country and doesn't understand the customs? Of course you're going to tip your fucking servers. You're going to leave a generous tip at that. You're not an asshole, and except for the people that judge me for reading off my phone, you're still assholes.